Today, the Sooner Magic Bros talk about the Oklahoma Sooners versus the Cincinnati Bearcats. And Danny Stutzman is getting it done. Yeah, baby! And boy, oh boy, we sure are going to miss these amazing Big 12 referees. Now, here are your hosts, Johnny and Derek.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Sooner Magic Bros. This is your boy, Derek.
Johnny Johns.
And today we're going to be talking about the Oklahoma Sooners versus the Cincinnati Bearcats in our first Big 12 play, and that it'll probably be the only time we play them, right?
Unless we schedule them in a non-conference game or like meet up with them in a bowl game or something like that.
Man, it was a cool, fun game for me, anyways. I don't know. It was cool seeing us play them.
I haven't seen us have to win games like that in a while. We're used to watching us have to win games, 42-28. And sometimes it wouldn't matter. We could be, a 35-point favorite and still have to win the game 42-28, or shit. There'd be times that we'd win games 55-45. So, I mean, so far we don't want to,
jinx it.
I don't want to jinx it or act like, oh my God, our defense is fixed, because it is only 4 games, but we did get over that 3-0 hump.
Yeah.
Or, I guess, 4-0 hump.
4-0.
Made it to 4-0. Wasn't able to do that last year. And last year, all this week, I felt like, man, I really feel like we're going to have to earn this 4th game.
Yeah, I was worried.
Like Cincinnati's.
I was worried about it.
Yes. And dude, you're going to get everybody's best shot. When you're Oklahoma, when you're Texas, we're going to get everybody's best shot. Like last night, I know we hate him. I know we don't like him. But we're watching the Lincoln Riley USC versus Arizona State game. And you're watching this team that is clearly not as good as USC. They're clearly outmanned, and they're clearly outmatched. And, dude, they're running trick plays, kicking onside. They're giving them they are swinging for the fucking fences. And it's like, dude, this is what it is when you become one of those, when you're, one of the big brands in football. Whether you're OU, Texas, USC, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, doesn't matter, Michigan, you're going to get everybody's best shot.
Yeah.
And everybody lines up, takes their best shot at you. And, dude, they were running out trick plays, onside kicks, you name it, dude, pulling out everything but the fucking kitchen sink. And that's how it is for Oklahoma as well. And Cincinnati, I knew the energy was going to be high. I knew that it was going to be a game their fans were going to show up and show out. There was actually, I seen quite a few OU jerseys or OU colors out there too.
Yeah, I heard we showed up good.
We did. Oklahoma fans always make us proud. They always travel well, man. And but yeah, it was overall, dude. Defense played great. That's one thing we can say. We don't want to jinx, but you can. I mean, dude, they played
6
really.
points. Yeah, that's fantastic, man.
That's fantastic.
I'm happy right now.
The last time Cincinnati played a whole game without scoring 1 touchdown?
How long? Yeah, when was that?
I believe it was like three years ago, and it was against Alabama.
Wow.
And it was a good Alabama team from like 3 or 4 years ago. I think it was 2020. And Cincinnati, that was the last time that they went a whole game not scoring a touchdown.
Wow.
So, I mean, defense played really well. And you kind of get the feeling they're only going to get better and better. But here it is, 4 weeks into it, dude, and they're giving up an average, what did we say it was, about 8.5?
Like 8 point something.
I think it was 8.5 a game, dude. I mean, that's damn good, considering last year we averaged over 30 a game that we gave up. Yeah. So it's really good.
Man, my favorite pick, I'll see if I can get it to like play right here. It was where it bounced and then bounced again. And then I can't remember who picked it off, but dude, that was my favorite play of the game. Like I loved it. I loved
it. It was like a game of hot potato.
It was like luck and effort combined together. I loved it.
Right. Yeah, it was like a game of hot potato.
Yeah, I know. Like he probably should have dropped it, but I still think it's cool.
That was the first thing I said. I'm like, dude, I wish he would have dropped that. and because we would have got the ball about 10 to 15 yards further towards the end zone. And in a game where you're having trouble scoring the football, getting the football into the end zone, every yard matters. And I thought it kind of reminded me of the DJ Graham interception against Nebraska a few years ago. It was an awesome, sick-looking, perfect highlight for Sports Center.
I still like that one too.
But on the other hand, it was like one of them ones that's like, that was awesome, but I wish he would have just let that one go so we'd get the ball further up. But I get it, man. These guys want their stats. They want their numbers too. It's not like sometimes there's guys, they can go several games without getting one interception. So when you got a chance to get a pick, I guess you're going to make sure you get it. Even if it could be 4th and 25 and one of them guys will still snag one that's 20 more yards downfield. But overall, man, the running game, dude, where is Sawchuk and Barnes? I mean, it's been understood.
Hopefully they're coming, but
yeah, I hope so, man, because Walker, Farouk, Major, and Gabriel was the only ones that carried the ball. And, I mean, Dylan Gabriel, he did carry it 11 times. Some of them were scrambles. He did have a hard-fought touchdown.
I love that one, too,
touchdown,
man.
That was a tough run, man.
It's great to see him be able to do that, too.
Absolutely.
He couldn't really do that last year because we didn't have anyone behind him, but
right.
That was nice. It was cool to see that fight. And then I thought he was going to go down, right short, and then they just kept pushing and pushing.
Yeah,
great effort.
He got he ran in. There's one dude. I'm like, here, count the guys. There's one guy on him. Gets past him. Another dude, and then a third, and then he gets pushed in. Mm-hmm. Plus, he earned that touchdown. That's for sure. But Major, man, it kind of felt like they were just kept forcing it to him, and I don't know why I kind of get the vibe with this team that dude, this team. I really feel like their identity is we're going to sling it the first quarter and second quarter. We're going to sling it all up and down the field. We're going to have guys running wide open. It's hard to bitch about Dylan Gabriel because he was completing 80-something% of his passes going into this game. And even still now, I mean, probably still completing well over 70. And but as long as he's able to hit them wide open targets that are running wide open, I feel like our identity is that we get up 3 to 4 touchdowns and then start running the ball. And it kind of felt like they were trying to force the run on first down, force the run on second down, and then be forced to throw it in a long 3rd and 13 or something.
Yeah.
And then there was also a lot of it seemed like they would convert a 3rd down, and then there would be a holding penalty or illegal shift. It was just every fucking thing that could happen that they could come up with.
The officiating was beautiful in this.
Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, officials, y'all keep up the great work.
Yes.
Big 12 officials, you're doing a great job to Oklahoma and Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody holds against us. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But, great job officiating. Y'all did amazing yesterday. Oh, my Lord. Oh, God, it was awesome. But, the officiating definitely was great. Every time we get a big play.
MVP of the game, man.
Definitely MVP of the game for Cincinnati. But it was definitely felt like every time we would kind of get ahead, get a first down, or even score a touchdown, there'd be something to jack us up, and we just couldn't. It seemed like we couldn't consistently stay in a rhythm. But I will say there was a time where I felt like, okay, this is starting to get where it's. I never felt like we were going to lose the game. But there was a moment where I felt like, dude, our defense can't just keep holding them over and over. We're not going to, we don't want to try to win this game 10-6. We really need a fucking score right here. And I will say, when it felt like we really, really, really needed it, offense went right down there and ran the ball down their throat and ran the ball and ran it right down their throat all the way down and got a score. And then I want to say maybe we got another field goal or two after that. And so they moved it when needed. It just wasn't consistent. And then and Dylan Gabriel got his numbers. I mean, we did move the ball. We just, for whatever reason, when it come close to getting in field goal range or, getting a touchdown, something would happen. A holding, a false start, something, illegal shift.
Or the time that it seemed like the ball was snapped too early and it hit Dylan right in the shoulder. And man, he almost got it off too. Like we got it off, but
he almost got it there.
Caught.
He still completed 26 of 38 for 322 yards, which is not a horrible day. Anthony is he not becoming a great player for us, man? He had 7 catches for 117 yards. He's continuing to be who he is, man. And it's hard to believe he was at Michigan, and I don't believe I can't remember what they said, like he only caught 1 pass from them or a couple, very few passes.
Or was it none? Or it was
maybe
his first
none,
catch was the other day? Or,
no, I mean, he's been playing all 4 games for us. But yeah, he said that's all I ever wanted here at Oklahoma is a chance. And I mean, dude, he's definitely emerging as our top dog. Yeah. No doubt about it. Like, I love Farouk. Oh, and Nick Anderson.
Yeah, Nick
Anderson is emerging. And I mean, dude, Nick Anderson and Andrew Anthony, dude, they are both these guys that's our deep threats. We need to start getting the ball to them guys early and often. Because I really think that, and the running game will start to open up. For one, we need our 2 best running backs healthy.
Yeah.
They're obviously not, because we didn't see neither one of them. Neither one of them got a carry. Only Major and Walker really got a carry as far as running backs. Dylan Gabriel got some carries. Julio Farouk got a couple carries on some trick plays or whatever, or some end-around reverses or whatever it was. But as far as running backs, just them. But overall, dude, it was cool seeing Oklahoma win a game with defense. Like,
yeah,
and dude, that defense ain't gonna keep averaging 8.5 yards a game. We know that. You know that.
Yeah.
You watching this knows that. Brent Venables knows that. They're not gonna keep they're not gonna average 8.5 yards the whole rest of the year. Eventually, we're gonna need our offense to help us win some games. It will happen. There will be a game that we do have to win, 35-28 or something, or maybe even 45 to, 38 or something like that. It's going to happen. It will happen. And hopefully the running game, hopefully we have our 2 best running backs by then. I mean, I really think that's part of the issue, along with the penalties that we get every time we pick up.
I hope they're not injured, but I heard
they're supposedly injured.
They are?
Yeah, man, supposedly. Okay. Or something's up, ineligible, or something's going on. I mean, there's really no reason why they're getting no carries. Something's wrong. Something ain't right.
Yeah.
And the fact that the both of them aren't out there is just wild to me. But here's what it is. We got number 1 running back in the country coming in next year.
Oh, yeah.
So he just got to make it through this year. Them dudes will, don't get me wrong. We still need all of them that we have now, but we do have help on the way.
It's coming, man. We got some dogs coming. I can't wait. I'm excited for this season, but I really am excited to see us next season too, man.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely excited for the future right now, and I love where things are going right now. Stutzman played out of his fucking mind.
Oh yeah.
What
are his stats?
It says 7 tackles, 6 assists, 1 sack. Not to mention he had a fumble recovery, or was it an interception? He had a pick 6.
Or that was the last game.
No. Yeah, that's right. He didn't have a pick 6 in this one. Right.
But
okay.
I think he had a bunch of tackles for loss in this game.
Yeah, he played out of his mind, dude. Jaron Kanik, what is up with him, dude? I know...
They said he's fine, but apparently he, spit up some blood.
Yeah, that's wild.
Man, I don't know. I guess he went until he couldn't anymore, and then he, passed out on the field or something.
Yeah, fell out.
I hear he's all right. I hope he is. Because, man, that sucks. It was scary.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's like losing your... I mean, Stutzman's the quarterback of the defense. But Jaron Kanik, and him being a guy that knows what he's doing... It's huge having 2 linebackers on the field that not only know what they're doing, but know where the other guys need to be.
Yeah.
It'll definitely, we need him. We definitely need Jaron Kanik to be back. And, but the other guys they put in there played well also, man. I mean, when he went out, I thought, oh, shit. Now they're going to attack our backup.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what I'd do if I was the other team's coach. If I was the Cincinnati offensive coordinator, I'm going right after that backup because there's usually a reason why that guy ain't the starter.
Well,
So,
I heard we played like a shitload of people in defense, so
yeah, we did. There are a lot of guys picked up
plus,
stats.
Man, that's that depth that we needed.
I mean, look how many guys picked up stats, dude.
Wow.
They're starting right there. They're Stutzman all the way. Lots of guys picked up stats in the game. But yeah, defense looks much better for sure. We can. That's fair to say. They definitely look better.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, I think it's definitely fair to say that. Offense, I'm not super worried about the offense, man. Like, yeah.
They were going up against it. Didn't they say it's like the best defensive line so far in the Big 12?
It's definitely the best we've faced this year. Definitely, yeah.
And dude, that number 2 is a monster.
Yeah, he's a badass. Dude. I seen him like running with Dylan Gabriel. Like, I mean, it was like he was Dylan Gabriel. He's not Caleb Williams or Michael Vick or Jalen Hurts, but Dylan Gabriel's pretty quick on his feet for a quarterback. And that defensive lineman was running with him stride for stride, dude. I mean, yeah, he's the real deal. That Cincinnati D lineman's good, man. And they told us he was.
That's why I'm kind of like, I'm not worried. It's like, man, that was a good group to go up against on the defensive line. And we still won the game, so, you know, I feel like if we go up against another good defense, I think we'll still end up scoring enough points.
Yeah. Also, Zach Smith, the kicker, he was 2 for 2, kicked 2 field goals, made 2 field goals. Looks like the longest one was 34 yards, you know, but hey, being clutch, dude, it matters in a game like this, dude. Game was a little closer than what it looks like.
Yeah, it definitely was closer than I thought it would be, but I'm really proud of the defense on this one.
I never felt like we were going to lose this game, but it definitely was a pretty close game.
Yeah.
And it did feel like that defense wasn't going to let us lose this game. They were definitely playing that way, and we have PTSD about the defense here in Oklahoma. It's just the way it is for the past 10 years of how our defense has played, you know. And so it's going to be that way, but I guess we could get on from this one and talk about Iowa State next week.
Yep.
Not looking as great as they have. You know, they're usually one of those teams that's kind of tough. They made it to the Big 12 championship, right, a couple of years ago, right? 2-3 years ago?
I think so, man. And then it seems like ever since then, they just kind of went down.
They've kind of fallen off.
Yeah, they don't look too great this year. This should be a very easy win for us.
Supposed to be.
Well, we
know how that goes.
You know how it goes.
We
lose the one that we should never lose.
Right. Hopefully Oklahoma goes into this game knowing, like, dude, this is still the same coaching staff that they had when they made it to the Big 12 championship game a few years ago. They are still one of those. They have a defense, man, that could end up looking similar to last week. You know, where we have to win the game 20-6 or even maybe 28-10 kind of game. I mean, I feel like their defense is still going to play well for them. And it could be a game where hopefully we go into Norman. It's a 6:00 game, so it's going to be one of them games that's a night game. Well, it'll be nighttime at halftime at least, and so we'll get to play under the lights, which is always awesome. And it's not 11 a.m. rooster kick.
Dude, I know. I wonder if that 11 a.m. in Cincinnati also kind of like messes with your team, man. Like not playing good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Could be. I hope the offense plays lights out, you know, with this game. And it may be a deal where they're like, man, last time we were in the stadium, you know, we only put up 28 points against SMU. And let's kind of like get the, let's blow the damn doors off this place. Like, we're capable of kicking Iowa State's ass, man. And we should. However, you know, I could see it being one of them games where we end up having to win at 28-10, but I hope we win at like 42-10 at least. That's what I hope happens. But we'll see. Should be a win as long as we're not looking ahead to Texas. And as long as we're not going into this thinking, oh, we can just put our helmet on and like walk out here and win this game. As long as they don't have that kind of mindset, I don't think they will. Brent Venables won't allow it, but should be a fun one to watch. It is a conference game. It is a Power 5 team. What are they? 1-3 right now?
I have no idea.
2-2.
I didn't see who won against OSU.
They beat OSU. They won by 1 touchdown. And I mean, guys, OSU's got problems going on right now.
Yeah, they do, man. There's something going on there.
So they beat Northern Iowa 30-9. But then they lost to Iowa by only 1 touchdown, which is kind of wild, man. Then they got beat by Ohio. Ohio. So they beat Northern Iowa. Then they had a close game with Iowa Hawkeyes, which they're a pretty tough Big Ten team. And then they played Ohio and only mustered up 1 touchdown against Ohio.
Damn.
Not Ohio State,
yeah,
Ohio. And then Oklahoma State, they did beat them. So they're 2-2, it looks like. They've won 1, lost 1.
Yeah,
barely lost. So yeah, they're going to be 2-2. And Oklahoma we should be able to beat their ass, man.
You should.
But we'll see. We'll see how it plays. If we show up and it's one of them games where we're not looking ahead to Texas, then I anticipate us showing up and whooping their ass, man. But it's going to be a fun one to watch regardless. I want to see this offense start getting in a rhythm now. And hopefully this defense just continues to be relentless, suffocating.
Yes.
All that good shit. But hey, folks, you got any more you want to add to this?
Man, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for me, man.
We didn't talk about Coach Prime. Unfortunately, he finally...
Yeah, they did lose.
They finally got beat.
Not just lose. Yeah, they got 0. What was the score? Like, it was
I think it ended up being like 49-7 or 42-7. They got that ass whooped. They finally did get humbled. And I mean, Coach Prime, he's one of them guys, you either love him or you hate him. He took a 1-11 football team, and I had been saying, like, dude, it is cool. They're 3-0, and you know, everyone's talking about them, dude. Like as if they're like I kind of almost felt bad for them because it's like, dude, there's no way, even with the transfer portal, there is no way you can take a 1-11 football team and make them a legit top 10, top 5, even top 20 team in overnight. Just almost impossible, dude. Does he have some good game change? Oh, and then he was without his best player, which I don't think it would have mattered much. I mean, does Travis maybe get a good touchdown? You know, does he get an interception here and there, run one back? Maybe he scores them 2 or 3. Maybe you know what I mean. But they still end up getting beat regardless. So it is what it is. I hope he does come back though. Not for Colorado, but for us as college football fans.
Yeah.
You know, we want to see our best players on the field. So, hopefully he does come back. And Coach Prime did take it. Like he handled that loss like much better than I thought he would.
Yeah.
Like he handled it with class. He wasn't putting a bunch of blame on anybody and making you feel sorry for him. He just flat out said, "Hey, we got our butts kicked." He said, and it starts with me. You know, I got to do better. My assistants got to do better. My players got to do better. But it starts with me. So he took it on the chin, man, and he handled it really well. But that's all I've got. If you got more,
yeah, I've been saying I want to see how far they can keep that going, and man, this is about how far it goes. At least for I'm sure they'll win some other games after this.
Yeah.
But man, that USC Colorado game doesn't look as entertaining. And I don't know. Who knows?
No, it might be all right.
Still might be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll definitely watch that one.
Nobody thought Arizona State and USC was going to be entertaining, and that game ended up being pretty entertaining. I watched it all the way to the end last night.
Yeah.
Man. And I mean that guy who wears number 4 was a tough player, and the guy who wears number 12.
Oh yeah, he was like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
helmet.
He was on
he's
another
got like
level,
a twitch, man. But he was a tough little motherfucker, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And their quarterback couldn't hardly hit the broadside of the barn. Now, he was under pressure. They started dialing up some good blitzes because their offensive line wasn't very good. Their quarterback wasn't that good. But they were hanging in there with them, and they was an entertaining game for a while,
fun.
you know. But it just goes to show when you are one of the big top 10 teams, big programs, period, you're going to get everybody's best shot. That's what happened to them. That's what's happened to you see it happening with Georgia. So it just is how it is on that, man. No one's gonna let you just come in there and take a fucking win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Boomer Sooner, guys.
Boomer.
We'll see y'all next week.
All right.